What's up, guys? This is going to be round 2 of the Netdecker series for Amaryllis. I'll be playing off against my opponent who is playing frogs, I believe. Diva frogs, to be precise. So let's see what happens here. I think I lose the die roll, but we're not entirely sure who goes first here. So let's start the game here and see what happens. So we roll for who goes first. I roll a 1, and they roll a 5. So it looks like I'm going to be going second with Amaryllis against frogs. So that means frogs is going to be able to summon the swap frog and then dump the Treeborn right away. So if it's not the swap frog, it's most likely going to be Substitute and then tribute it. Funny enough, they set 2, so this is going to be interesting. They're going to activate the water art here to look at my hand, so they have hand knowledge. Sorry for the glare because the windows are usually open here at Core TCG, so we're going to have to try to find a way to do so. So he's going to Micro Trash after the resolution of the water art, and he's going to discard Delilah and the Mirror Force out of my hand. So rocky start, but if I do set the Raikou here, most likely, since he didn't choose the Raikou, it's likely that he has some sort of like way to deal with Raikou, such as Kai's here. So, yep, it is a Kai's here, so off to a rough start already. But the plus side of this is that he did have to tribute off a Swap Frog in order to water art this. So I think we're even on card advantage. He has 3 cards to, or 4 cards total to my 4 cards as well. So not much has been gained except for life points. Differential. So I'm going to activate the Mark of the Rose, Hidden Army, get the Mark of the Rose by discarding the Plague Spreader Zombie, which is a good mill here. But I'll have to waste my, if I use the Mark of the Rose here, it's going to be pretty bad because I had to banish my Amaryllis. So I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to discard the Dandelion, hopefully getting back the card that he banished with Caius. And then I'm going to get 2 tokens out of this. I'm going to top deck for Plague Spreader Zombie. Probably going to put back the Mark of the Rose, right? Taking back the Plague Spreader Zombie, and then going to Goyo Guardian to steal the Caius here. So the Goyo here is going to be able to steal the Caius, giving me a plus 2. However, I did have to waste a lot of cards to do this. So I'm only left with only 1 card in my hand. Setting the MST, seeing if he sets anything in his back row for the following turn. So I'm going to pass here. He's going to go Treeborn. I'm thinking whether I want to go Amaryllis here, and I choose not to, so I just let it go through. Because I don't want him to Caius a second time with a second copy of it and banishing the card. So I'm MSTing the end phase here. I hit the... What am I going to hit here? Something. Okay. So he's wondering what happened to the Mark of the Rose, and I told him I put it on top of the Plague Spreader Zombie. That's what he was asking. So I'm going to put Caius to attack position here. I think the correct play here is to steal the Treeborn Frog with Goyo and then attack over the face down. It was a flip frog, so he's going to put back the Caius that I stole from him back to his hand. So that's pretty good for him. So now I'm kind of like, okay, well, now he can Treeborn Frog, but I already have his Treeborn Frog, so I don't mind the tick here. So if he has the Caius here, he's going to have to find a way to put the Caius on board. He's going to need cards like Swap Frog, Special Summon, or 1-for-1, or Soul Exchange or Brain Control to get back in this game here. So yeah, he draws a 1-for-1 here. I think it's off the top. Could be off the top because he would have done it last turn to do the Substitute combo. So he did draw the 1-for-1 for the turn. Now he's going to go into Swap Frog, and then he's going to dump a Treeborn Frog again. So at this point in time, he can attack over the Treeborn and then tribute for Caius. So he's back in the game. Now I'm top decking. I only have a Mark of the Rose in my hand. I could use the Mark of the Rose to steal the Caius, but I would have to banish one of the plant monster from the graveyard. Unlucky for me, I draw into a Dust Shoot. Dust Shoot is really bad here because he doesn't have 4 cards in hand. So the Caius here can really do some damage to me next turn. I can choose to pass and do nothing, or I can go Amaryllis and he'll take 800. Doesn't feel none of those plays feel good. Amaryllis could chump block the attack, or he could do a lot of other things. But yeah, pretty bad game 1 so far for me. Seeing that he had a way to tribute for Caius here. Okay, so he's gonna bring out the Treeborn. He's deciding whether he wants to put an attack mode or defense. He's gonna put an attack mode here, and he's probably gonna summon Diva here, I think, because this deck does play Diva. So he's going to go Diva and then special summon a Gilman. And that's going to pump up the stat of Treeborn Frog. So he wants to put it as much damage as possible, but it's not going to be enough for lethal. So I'm going to take the 600, the 400, and the Caius here. So I'm at 400 life points. If he had made a Synchro Monster into Goyo, would that have been better? I don't think so. So he's gonna go Thought Ruler because he knows I have the Mark of the Rose in my hand, so there's no need for him to do something. So yeah, if I go Mark of the Rose, I won't be able to do much, and the Lila's not gonna do much either. So already off to a bumpy start going into game going two, but at least I'll be able to access the Deed Crow and the Soul release in the side deck. That'll allow me to come back in the match. I do contemplate whether I want to side Karma Cut, but I ultimately decided against it because in games 2 and 3, a good frog player will not leave up a monster, 2 treeborn frogs in the graveyard, 1 on the field, for it to be Karma Cutted. So most likely he's just going to play around that fact of Soul Release, and Karma Cut is a reason why I shouldn't play that. Soul Release is good just in case he needs, if I want to banish other cards in his graveyard, but most likely it's just going to be treeborn frog. Alright, so we're going to go to game 2. I'm thinking about what to side deck out. It's pretty hard to side deck out cards for this particular deck because this particular build of Amaryllis is like more... it's like a heavy engine, so it's really hard to side out cards for this. So I contemplate whether I want to even side all the full, 7 cards? 8 cards? 9 cards? So I just decided to dim it down so that I could side deck the most important cards. So it looks like it's going to be the Lightning Vortex, the Soul Release, and the Lightning Vortex is for the Duke Frog, and the rest is just for rest. So looks like I take out the Call the Haunted because I don't want to walk into a Vanity Screen. Yeah, and then I take out the Wing Blast because Wing Blasting any of the Monarchs or even a Vanity Screen doesn't feel too good. So yeah, so I just take that out. That's another reason why I really like Regeki Break over the Wind Blast, because in games 2 and 3, the Wind Blast, the Regeki Break feels better against side deck cards. So I'm going first now. I open up a hand of Trade-In. I'll be discarding the Titanial. It looks like I have a Morphing Jar play, so I can disguise the Morphing Jar with just doing 2 sets here. I think he thinks I have a Dust Shoot, so he waits for me in standby phase, but I don't have a Dust Shoot. He doesn't know that I have a Morphing Jar waiting for him in the corner and trying to get so much pluses here. So if he attacks with the Swamp Frog here, looks like he's going to try to go for the Spiritual Water Art. I think he does I do an end phase play where I just bounce back his card, and then I draw Charge Light Brigade. So I'm going to set these 2 cards here. Summon the Botanical Lion, I believe. Yeah, because I want to save the Wing Blast. So I'm going to save the Wing Blast so that I could use it for a form of interruption. And this Morphing Jar is going to go really hard here. So so I draw into a Crow, and I also have the Miracle Fertilizer, but I already normal summon this turn. So to play around the Gores, there's really no way to play around it except to attack in the order of Botanical Line first. I used Charge Light Brigade, hopefully to see a card. I don't know why I did Charge Light Brigade, because I can't normal summon. So maybe I just want the card back in my hand so I can Wing Blast it away. So I think that's what's going to happen here. So I'm going to shuffle up my hand, activate the Foolish Burial, send the Amaryllis, and then so at least I have some form of defense after this. But I'm at a huge advantage already. If I do attack directly with Morphing Jar, I do have the Lightning Vortex to deal with the Gores here. And I do have it, so awesome. So here I can activate the Lightning Vortex, discard the Dandelion. Gotta be careful to activate the Dandelion because I'm going to clog up my board if I bring out the Amaryllis. So I choose not to bring out the Amaryllis because of this. So Treeborn Frog, try to activate, I activate DD Crow. So I'm in a pretty good spot here. The first DD Crow is able to deal with the Treeborn Frog. So now he has to find a way to tribute summon without using the Treeborn Frog. If he has 1-for-1, Swap Frog, Diva, yeah, so Diva is another play he can do here. So we can go with Diva into Spine Gilman, and then go into battle phase and attack over the 2 tokens, or attack over the Morphing Jar. I think he's going to try to play around the Book of Moon, even though this deck doesn't play Book of Moon. If he attacks the Morphing Jar and I had the Book of Moon, I could set the Morphing Jar and draw a bunch of cards. So I think he's going to go for the tokens here. Yep, so the tokens go destroyed. I don't want to Wing Blast anything because it's whatever. I could Wing Blast, put the Gilman, but he does have the 1-for-1 anyway, so just play around the Wing Blast here. So he's going to go to Subs Toad, Tribute, and then he's going to go into Swap. I don't know if I want to Wing Blast here or after the swap. So he's going to go Treeborn, send it to the graveyard, and he's going to go into Dupe Frog, if I'm correct about this. Yeah, and he's going to Tribute and then have Flip for Frog. Okay, so this is the soft dupe. So he's trying to set the board up where the Flip for Frog can bounce back cards. I think I choose to Wing Blast his Dewfrog, and then I summon the Lila, and then pop the back row because Wing Blast can target anything. So I redo it if Amaryllis can use this effect on my opponent's turn, but it doesn't. It only works on my turn. So Subtoad is in defense. It's pretty vulnerable. I could summon the Lila here to pop the back row, but that means my DDR can't be activated. So I think it goes straight into the Titanial here. So if he Torrential here, that's good for me. I don't really care if he does or not. Let's see what happens. Okay, looks like he's Spiritual Water Arts here. So he's gonna tribute off the Subtoad to discard most likely the DDR here because Lila. I mean, Lila could mill 3, so yeah. So, but I can't normal summon this turn because of the Miracle Fertilizer. So I contemplate whether I want to top deck for Plague Spreader Zombie and go into a level 8 Synchro with the Morphing Jar out. I think I ultimately choose to do that play, I believe. But this is already good enough. So I'm going to attack the Flip Frog first because I want him to bounce back my Titanial. I'm going to attack directly for Morphing Jar. Gore's already been used. So if he can't deal with my Titanial this turn, the Miracle Fertilizer is going to be able to revive another card. So it's going to do a 3-set, a 2-set and a Treeborn. I put everything to attack position, go Lila, and I walk into a Torrential. Unfortunate for me. But now I'm going to activate the effect of Amaryllis to banish itself and then bring out the card. So he's going to get back the Flip Frog off the Dupe Frog that he Torrential, I believe. And then I'm going to... Wait, did I took a turn? Yeah, it looks like I didn't bring out Amaryllis because I didn't want to get Kai'd. So I'm going to pass here. He's going to draw for turn, bring out the Treeborn Frog. Let's see what happens here. He needs a play, and it's going to be in the Mermaid Archer. This is a pretty cool play for him. Because if I summon the Lila and pop the Treeborn, then Lila's going to be in defense position. So I think I go for the other play over here where I get the DDR. Maybe I should have activated Amaryllis after all. Because the Hidden Armory could have got me the Titanium from the Banished. So yeah, I think I did misplay the turn before, but it's fine. I think I still have cards in my Banished that I can get. Yeah, that's Lone Fire. So Lone Fire into Titanium didn't really matter. So I put the second Treeborn in the graveyard and I attack over the Mermaid Archer. So he has this little loop where I have to basically attack the Mermaid Archer twice to kill him. So he goes to Treeborn Frog. Mermaid Archer is probably going to re-equipped to save itself. But I think that's worse, right? I don't know. It's kind of tough to say. So he draws into something again. I'm not sure what he's going to top deck. Could be Kai'S, but if it's Kai'S, it's bad. He would have to go Battle Phase, attack over the Amaryllis, tribute the Treeborn for Kai'S. So he draws into a Salvage here. I love Salvage in this deck because you can add back the Subtoad back to your grave, from the grave to your hand after you dump it. You can also get Diva in this as well. So let's see what happens here. He's going to normal summon the Diva, I believe. I want to say he's going to summon Diva, yeah. So he's going to summon Diva here, bring out the Gilman, or never mind, he doesn't have the Gilman. Looks like he drew it. He can go into a level 6 Synchro if he wants. Yeah, level 6 Synchro and then level 8. So he could go into Bryanak too, but that doesn't feel too good. He would have to like do a lot of plays for the Bryanak play. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of plays he could do. Colossal Fighter's good too. I don't think I have a Warrior in my graveyard. Because Colossal Fighter would be very difficult to deal with. Because he's at 4,100 life points, and I won't be able to burn him, even if he does attack my monsters with Colossal Fighter. Okay, so he brings out Bryanak here. Hopefully he goes into battle phase first before he declares his effect, or doesn't even use it, because then he just wastes a bunch of cards. Oh, I see. So I negate with Titanial, and then he just scoops. Okay, so I think he was trying to make me forget that effect that I have Titanial. Anyway, so we're gonna go into games 3. So not sure what I would side in going first or second. I know Frogs is one of those decks that like to keep a big hand size, so I think I keep the Dust Shoot in even though I'm going second. Tough to say. Heavy Storm definitely gets sided out because their back rows are chainable, so I keep that out. No point in siding in the Dust Tornadoes because I'm going second, but I could theoretically set it. I kept the fertilizer in, which is kind of surprising to me. So keeping the fertilizer in feels pretty bad. Putting back the wing blast, I don't know if I agree with that per se. Um, but taking out the Reco makes sense because I'm going second, and the Reco's most likely going to get Kai'd because they're going to set up the Treeborn Frog play. And even if they don't, they have Flip Thought Frog to deal with it. Actually, Flip Thought Frog requires another turn, so yeah, maybe I shouldn't have set it out Reco. Yeah, because the Reco is, I set it out Reco on the assumption that Caius is going to come down on the second turn of his second turn. Looks like I draw a double D Crow here and a Lone Fire. That's pretty good. However, this seems like a play where he's going to go Spiritual Water Art again and look at my hand. And he does do that. So I contemplate what I wanted to chain DD Crow here. And I think I do, yeah. So I chain DD Crow so I can resolve the second one, making him choose between the Lone Fire and the Soul Release. So yeah, since I have the Soul Release in my hand, I think he chooses the Lone Fire. So it makes sense. And Lone Fire also deals with Caius too, so he's gonna Mind Crush. So he's gonna Mind Crush the Soul Release. Yeah, so he leaves the DD Crow in my hand. I'm left with a pretty stagnant hand. These hand control decks are getting literally on my nerves here. They have hand knowledge and they're able to hit so many cards. So he's going to do a set and pass after that. No Treeborn Frog for a follow-up. If he sets a Dupe Frog, it's fine for him. He's going to DD Designator, call Amaryllis. If he calls DD Crow, it's going to be bad for him because I can just chain it and he's going to lose a card out of his hand. So obviously he's not going to call DD Crow here. So it's Plague Spreader Zombie. I draw a DDR, so it looks like I can get the card back, except Amaryllis can't be revived. So I summon the Plague Spreader Zombie because I don't want him to tribute summon the Dupe Frog. Tribute summon if it's a Flip Frog Frog or something low attack. So hopefully he doesn't have Caius here or Vanity's Fiend. I did this because I don't want to get Vanity's Fiend too, seeing as I had DDR in my hand and DD Crow. Maybe I should have sided out DDR, but I don't know. That feels kind of weird because the whole point of the deck is to use DDR as much as possible, even if Vanity's Fiend stops it. So it's going to go into the Flip Frog, attack over the Plague Spreader Zombie, and then set the card. So he has a little lock on going on. I do have the option here to set the Dandelion, but it feels pointless because he's just going to flip it and then bounce it back. So we're kind of in a bad spot here. I draw a Amaryllis. So that feels pretty bad. So I'm pretty much just drawing and passing until Flip Frog can actually kill me. I think he's trying to play around Gores. That's probably why he's not flipping the frogs and attacking me, but he does it anyways. So Treeborn's in attack position, but I can't attack it. So I draw the Lightning Vortex here. I could use it to deal with the Dupe Frog, but still I have to figure out a way to deal with the Flip Frog. I could summon the Dandelion here to poke kill the Flip Frog and add it back to my hand. He's thinking about chaining either a Wind Blast to deal with my Dandelion, or a Raigeki Break. So I don't know what he's gonna do here. I don't know what his set cards are, to be honest with you. Could be another Spiritual Water Art. Maybe it is. No. So Dandelion is able to clear it. He's gonna bounce back the Dandelion back to my hand. Let's see what else he does. He does Maria Greed, revealing a Diva in a swap. Looks like he doesn't have any more Gilman. That's why he gave up the Diva. Or he just wants to have value for the Maria Greed. So let's see what he draws here. He's going to draw 3. I wonder what he's going to do. So he's going to set more back row. So the Treeborn Frog hasn't been sent to the graveyard. Otherwise, a DD Crow would have been out of my hand by now. So he's going to dust sheet. I'm going to chain the DD Crow. I could have used called turn player priority to use DD Crow, but I think I wanted him to dust shoot me because I don't really care for Dandelion. So I activate the trade in here, summon the Aaron. Discard the Titanium and summon the Aaron. So if I attack, he's going to Mirror Force here, banishing a card for the Amaryllis. Now my DDR is live. I have a Titanium in the banished area. He's going to summon the Mermaid Archer attack. He's going to take 800, so he's at 7,200 life points. I have charged the Light Brigade. I'm going to activate charge here to mill 3. Milling the Necro Gardener, that's pretty good. I have the option here to summon and attack, but I'm going to use the Lila first. I think I hit a Dust Tornado. Now I'm going to DDR and attack over the Mermaid Archer. So we're in a good spot here. He needs to, if he side decks Dark Dust Spirit, I'm boned here. but it's fine because Dark Dust Spirit destroys the Amaryllis. Not sure if he plays it though. He's gonna have to draw it. Don't think he has a tribute fodder. I did have to give up the crow. I think I have one more crow. No, I used it already. So Heavy Storm. That's a pretty good top deck for him. So that's gonna allow him to kill the Titanial because it's Heavy Storm doesn't target. Let's see what he does here. He can't make a Caius play unless he has Soul Exchange. Gonna go into the Substitute line. Go into the dupe. No, Swamp Frog. Dumping the Substitute. And then attacking over anything doesn't really feel too good for him. So, I don't know. At this point in time, I just don't know what he's going to do. I do have a Necro Gardener. I could use the effect of Necro Gardener to block an attack. I think I'll let the attack go through. There's no point in Necro Gardener here. Even if he attacks over my monster, I don't know why Necro Gardener. That was incorrect. Because the whole point was to tribute summon for Titanial. I still have enough tribute fodder for Titanial. So that doesn't feel too good to do. So I put Amaryllis to attack position. Trying to do 3,000 damage here. And he takes 3,000. Wow. So I'm in a good spot here. Amaryllis dies. I'm going to use the Amaryllis again to bring it out. Or I can mill first for Lila. I don't know. I do have to play around the Torrential though. So maybe I top deck for Lila, go into Stardust, and to protect against the Titanial. And I'm going to go into the Amaryllis here. No Titanial here. I could use Amaryllis again, but that doesn't feel too good. He's going to Maria Greed. He does have the Arm Sea Hunter. That's another card that you can use to make the Amaryllis be negated in the graveyard, so I can't use the effect. So let's see what happens here. He's going to activate a spell by the looks of it. Yeah, it's going to be salvage. So he's getting a +1 off of this. So he basically activated Pot of Greed here. Adding back the Dupe Frog and the Swamp Frog. Next turn, I'll be able to switch the Lila to attack position here. So Lila here is going to use the effect. I think I hit the old one. I think I should have hit one of the new ones, though. Because I did special summon the Amaryllis, and he didn't Torrential. But I guess he didn't feel too pressured here. So if he Torrentials here, it's going to feel really bad for me. Hopefully he doesn't have it. Yeah, he does have it. Darn. Okay, so he takes 800 at least. Yeah, that was a definite misplay. I should have switched the Amaryllis to attack position here and then attacked. But now I'm kind of on the back foot now. Well, not really the back foot, but I'm basically... I think time was getting closer to being end here. So, yeah, I mean, if he doesn't deal with this Amaryllis, at least I'll be able to attack him directly. But I definitely shouldn't have top deck for Plague there. I should have done it last turn at the very least. So, let's see what it does. So he does a T set here, or he just sets a monster. So now I have to draw another monster to deal with the monster just to attack him directly. I think I just go straight into battle phase and attack. Yeah. And that's going to bounce me back. Oh, shoot. So it looks like he does bounce back my Amaryllis. I could set the Dust Shoot, but he doesn't have 4 cards. He's going to DD Designator hit my Amaryllis. Man, those DD Designators, those are crazy cards. I don't have enough plants in my graveyard. I need the Dandelion to go to the graveyard. He's going to summon the Diva here. Special summon the Gilman. Attack over. I want to say he's going to attack over my Dandelion and a token. Okay, so I get a token. I have 1 left. I think I draw for turn. I'm going to need to draw something. He's at 2,400 life points. Man, this is tough. So I'm end phase Amaryllis here. I don't think I drew anything, so I only have a Dust Shoot. Yeah, so the Torrential was a big setback. He's gonna summon the Arm Sea Hunter and attack over the Amaryllis. He's gonna take 800 life points. He gains 600 because of the card. Botanical Line is going to be able to run over the monster, so it's getting pretty close here. I'm still at a higher life points, but he's getting life points with the magical android here, so pretty bad so far. He's gonna attack over the Botanical Line. I take 500 and 1,000, so it's 1,500 life points. I draw into a Wing Blast, so I could survive this game. I think this is the last turn of the game, but he had the Caius, and unfortunately, if he didn't have the Caius, I think I would have survived. because that's 1,400 life points. Yeah, so I would have won this game if he didn't top deck the Kais. So yeah, that was by round 2. So automatically I'm out of the tournament because I lost twice. So we're gonna go to a different tournament. The next round we're going to be at Table 1 Gaming, where I played Amaryllis again, and I have a little bit more better outcome in that tournament than this tournament. But this was my inexperienced games. So hopefully by the time I hit to Table 1, I'll be able to do better. All right, catch you guys on round 3 at Table 1, or basically round 1 at Table 1. So I'll see you guys over there.